right. Reggae history here at WERS. Where else can you hear live reggae by Zion Notation and Fred Locks? And once again, a big thanks to Zion Notation. If you see their name in the papers where they're going to be appearing, definitely go down and check the Dread out, because they are the roots band of Boston, Massachusetts. So you're not going to want to miss that. Zion Notation here on WERS all afternoon. Strictly Rockers is the name of the program, and I've got a special guest coming right to the microphone now. His name is Michael Campbell, and he's known in Jamaican reggae circles as Mikey Dread. And welcome to the States.
Thank you so very much.
And I understand you're going to be appearing May 5th also at the Lincoln Lake Lodge, along with Fred Locks and Leroy Sibbles and Horace Andy. And you're a DJ, right?
Right.
And
I work with a radio station in Jamaica, really. JBC.
JBC is the radio station. Is that the government radio station?
Yeah, really.
And how much reggae is being played on government airwaves these days in JA?
Well, really, when I work, it's 100%, nothing less.
Nothing less. Do they play reggae all day there?
See, really, on a Saturday night, I have a program from midnight until 4:30, which I play the best in the roots rock reggae.
What's the number one sound going down there now? I know up here, Marcia Griffiths is very popular at this time, and Israel Vibration. Who are some of the groups that are topping the charts in Jamaica now?
Well, right now you have people like Rankin Michigan, myself, Gregory Isaacs, Leroy Smart. A lot of them, really. Too much to mention right now.
It seems the same old names are always around, and they just rise to the level of the charts up and down all the time. And every time you turn around, there's someone new, but they're always surrounded by some of the older stars.
Yeah, well, it all depends on the type of music that is going on, because certain people are kind of ahead in certain type of rhythms and lyrics. So whenever those lyrics come around again, you find that them guys really capture it. Each man has a particular, a particular feel for a form of rhythm,
Mm-hmm.
So you can reach out to it differently.
Well, on radio here in America, reggae is mostly played by college students and some of the rock stations. But we do 3 hours here, and there's a number of other programs in the Boston area that are bringing the Dread sound to the people. But it's good that we can get everybody up here on a day like today, and what an irie day it was, and have some of the people's favorites like yourself and Fred Locks and the band come up and bring the music to the people in the States.
So how do the Americans relate to reggae?
Well, they're slowly, they're beginning to pick it up. Some of it is becoming, you hear some of it on some of the more progressive rock stations, and the sound is slowly being picked up. Third World had a big hit up here this past fall. It was more of a disco reggae song, but nonetheless was a big hit and sort of spread the word about reggae a little more. And I'm sure Bob Marley will be out with some albums, and hopefully some of the stateside bands like Zion Notation and Jamala will be bringing the sound to the airwaves here. And I don't know if you've noticed, I don't know how much you're hearing in Jamaica, but there's been some very good bands popping up in England and the States, Steel Pulse, and some bands in New York, a few other bands in England. Steel Pulse is from England. Do they hear any of that music in Jamaica? Is that making it down to JA?
Well, really, I get my supply from Germany, and I got Steel Pulse LP. It's not on sale there, but I got it. I imported it, really.
From Germany.
Yeah.
See, you've got to go, as you must know as well as I do, even being in JA, you've got to go to great lengths to get the music you want, because it's not always readily available here. I'd like to bring on right now the star of the show, who's going to be the star May 5th at the Lincoln Lake Lodge outside of Hartford, Fred Locks himself. Welcome.
Yeah, give thanks.
Okay, I understand you've been doing a few gigs stateside now, and you did something in Long Island at my father's place, and in Washington at Howard University.
True.
How did that go for you?
Well, the first one Ira, and next one Ira, And I want the next one them for Ira and them there still,
Is the one coming up May 5th, is that the only one that's going to be in between?
Yeah.
And you're going back to Jamaica for a while?
Yeah, I checked, so,
Mm-hmm. What after Black Starliner, what did you have any big hits after that, or did you have a hit currently in Jamaica?
Yeah, I hit after that disco 45, Love and Harmony.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what label did that come out on?
Jalove Music and in Jamaica, and up here Tafari.
Mm-hmm. When did you first started performing as a reggae performer, and do you play any instruments?
Yeah, I play a kete, drum. I play another instrument. I started perform from 1975
From 1975. When did you first start, when did you decide you wanted to be a singer? Are you one of the Dreads who just walked into the studio one day and decided to sing, or had this been something you wanted to do since you were a child?
Success was not found in the realms of luck still, So it's a little lucky thing. A long time I'm gonna sing still,
Who were some of the singers you were listening to?
Well, the great Bob Marley still, I don't know. Yeah, the legendary reggae artist.
He's a legend all over the world.
Yeah, man.
Okay, well,
Same still, Sure.
well, we'll be looking forward to seeing you May 5th once again. Fred Locks, Horace.
Looking forward to seeing you too.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Fred Locks, Horace Andy, Leroy Sibbles, the Mighty Ascomites, DJs from New York, Hartford, and Boston. Let's see, from Boston it's going to be Sir D Hi-Fi, Afrique from the Bronx, New York, and who's going to be from Hartford?
Count Austin.
Thank you, Count Austin. A little slip there. In any case, this has been one tremendous day on Strictly Rockers. My thanks again to Zion Annotation, Fred Locks, Mikey Dread, and everybody that came by. I hope you enjoyed it. This program is sponsored in part by West Indian Music down on Washington Street in Roxbury near Dudley Station. We'd like to thank them always, as we do. Up next is Jeff Norman and the Music Beat, brand new rock and roll for your virgin ears. For Strictly Rockers, my name is Doug Herzog, giving thanks itinually, and remember this, reggae is the music of one love and one foundation. Please pass that on.